Ann Morrison was my mother. She was a housewife. My father was a crane operator in the Bayonne Navy Yard at that time. I had two brothers and two sisters. I had Jerry was the oldest, Mary Ann was the second oldest, Eddie was the third oldest, and Lorraine is the fourth oldest. I'm the baby. It was a bad time in the Bronx. A lot of people were getting in trouble, and I beat up a guy pretty bad. And, you know, the probation officer said, look, he says, you know, this ain't working. And he said to join the service. The Marine Corps was still, they were hitting a lot. You know, you get punched. They didn't hit you in the face, but they hit you like in the stomach and stuff like that. And that wasn't very nice in Paris Island. I was there for the whole summer, and it was hot, humid, but I stuck it out, you know. Then after boot camp, we went to what they call ITR. That's where you got to, you shot the machine gun, you threw the grenade, you went in the gas chamber, you shot the bazooka. And we were, you know, going around, and we was in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and the next thing you know, this Jeep with a loudspeaker, everybody from BLT 36 report back to the ship immediately. We're going to land in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. We got to evacuate Americans. There's some sort of a coup there. And I was the third chopper to land. I was in the third chopper. The eighth chopper, I think it was the eighth chopper, the snipers opened fire on a sniper, and they killed two guys. Okay, one of the things I tell you about, this tattoo, I got this tattoo in 1964. It was this old guy there smoking a cigarette and drinking booze, and five of us, we all got the same tattoo. When we went to the Dominican Republic, like I say, one of the guys that got killed, he was one of the guys with the tattoo. In 1967, when we went to Vietnam, and another guy that got the tattoo, he got killed. And 3 months later, the third guy that got the tattoo with us, he got killed. So it was me and this guy Huff. We were doing an operation, and Huff was walking on a dike, and a rice paddy dike, and he stepped on a landmine, and he got blown up in the air. So we grabbed him, we got him in a chopper, and he was really in bad shape. Chopper went away, and I never saw Huff. The company commander called me in. He said, look, we need a corporal to go. He said, would you extend a year to go to Vietnam? I said, no, I don't want to get, you know. He said, okay, how about 6 months? I said, no, I really don't want 6 months either. He goes, 3 months? And finally I said, okay, 3 months. My first place of being in Vietnam was a place called Chu Lai. And as we were landing, all of a sudden we see, bing! A bullet came through the floor of the plane and out the ceiling. And I said, oh my God, yeah. I guess the worst part that I had in Vietnam was in 1968, early 1968. There was supposed to be a ceasefire, but they didn't keep it. And, you know, they actually invaded Phu Bai, but they just got wiped out. It was like, you know, I mean, there was, you know, 30,000 Marines on their base. I don't know, maybe a platoon of North Vietnamese, and, you know, I don't think any of them survived. And that, without a doubt, was like the worst time that I had in Vietnam. I was a squad leader, and I was over there the better part of a year. Out of my squad, we lost 6 guys the whole time that I was there. And every one of the guys were 18 years old. I get my notice I'm getting discharged. Like I said to the squad, they were all looking at me now. These are all, I'm 21 years old. These guys are 18 and they're looking at me like, you know, you gonna leave us? You know, I said, yeah, and I told you so I was leaving. I wasn't staying. My last night in Vietnam, I'm sleeping, all of a sudden I hear rockets went over the what's called that I was in, and it went to and it hit the airfield. So I run out and I go into the bunker outside, and there's a bunch of guys. We sat there all night telling war stories to each other, and that's where we stayed all night till daybreak. So then I got home, you know, I got to the airport, and my wife was there, my my brother and my brother-in-law. I'm in the house, with me and my wife are talking. Also, my mother goes, "Johnny, you got a phone call." I pick up the phone. I go, "Oh, who's this?" He goes, "It's Huff." "Is this you, Mo?" They used to call me Mo over there. I said, "Huff, how you doing?" So he said, "I just wanted to see if that tattoo was a death wish." I said, "Holy shit." You know, like, I never thought about it that way. And I thought Huff was dead, for sure. But he was calling me up to see if I was dead. So he said, "Well, I'm coming to Newark." I said, "Look, when you come to Newark, call me up and we'll go out." He never called me up. When I got home, like, I didn't run into the problem of, people were protesting. I didn't really have that problem. When I got home, I had letters from the New York City Police, the Fire Department, the Sanitation Department, Con Edison, telephone company, state police. All these people wanted me to come work for them. And I probably took about maybe 2 weeks off. And then I got a job working as a construction, as a laborer. And then from the laborer, I got into the operating engineers, and that's what I did. I got married, wound up having 4 kids, all good kids though, all good kids, and none of them got in trouble or stuff like that. And we moved from the Bronx to Rockland County, Valley Cottage, and that's where I am right now. And I've been living here in this house now since 1971.